first step in creating your ePortfolio is navigating to google.com. Each student in Northwest ISD has a Google account set up through the district. So once you get to google.com, up in the right-hand corner, there's a blue button that says Sign In. Go ahead and click that. And then you're going to see a place to enter your email. You are going to enter your district email address. So for students, it's your first name dot last name at nisdtx.org. Now you are not going to enter a password, so we're going to leave the password box blank and we're going to click Sign In. Next, you will see a screen asking you to authenticate. You will log in with your login credentials that you use to log into the computer, log into NetSchool, etc. And then go ahead and hit Sign In. You will know you've successfully logged in because your email account will be up here in the right-hand corner. Next, you're going to navigate over to the 9 square box, click on it, and you're going to go down and choose Sites. Some of you may already have a site created. If you're starting from scratch, you're going to want to go to the red Create button, and we're going to name your site. For ePortfolios, you're going to name your site your username. So it'll be your first name dot last name. And I'm going to put a number at the end of mine because I know that one's already used. Once I've named my site, I'm going to click on the red Create button. It'll take about 10 to 12 seconds to create your site, and you can see that it's creating from the yellow up here. Now that I'm in my site, all I'm starting with is a blank template. Everyone's will look the same the first time you create it. First thing we're going to do is we're going to set up our sharing settings. You're going to click on the blue Share button. And right now you can see who has access, and it says only private, only you can access. We're going to change that to anyone within Northwest ISD can access. Now you have the option to change the setting to public on the web, and that's going to be up to you. By doing that, that means anybody can search for you and find your ePortfolio, but what we're recommending is that you choose this third option, nisdtx.org. Right now it's set to anyone can view, and you want to leave it set to just can view because you don't want other people having the ability to edit your ePortfolio. Once you've changed it to nisdtx.org, you're going to choose Save, and you'll be back into the sharing permissions. Anytime you're in the Manage Site category, to return back to your ePortfolio, you're going to click on your name right here. So you can see that it titled our site what we set it as, our first name dot last name, but let's go ahead and change that so it reflects the way our name should look. To make that change, you're going to click up on the gear, and you're going to go down to Manage Site. So you go up to Site Name, and you can delete this out, and then you can correctly write your name the way it would appear. It is important to remember that this is a professional ePortfolio, so you do want to choose a name that would reflect that professionalism. Once you've changed it, you're going to hit Save, and you can return by clicking on your name. And once you've returned to your site, you can see that name change has taken place. At this point, we've created our ePortfolio, we've shared our ePortfolio within NISD, and we've renamed our site. Now that you've created your ePortfolio, it's time to start setting up pages to store and organize your exemplar work that you'd like to showcase. To add a page, you'll click on the page icon with the plus on it, and we're going to title our page 2014-2015. If you'd like, in parentheses, you can put whether you're a freshman, sophomore, junior, or senior, and that's going to be up to you. And then we're going to hit Create. So now within this page, I'm able to add text, pictures, videos, anything that you'd like to store that reflects that time period in your life, you can add to this page. You can go ahead and hit save, and then you'll be out of editing mode. To go back into editing mode on any pages you create, the pencil icon allows you to edit the page. Again, this is where you can go up and insert images, links, table of contents, those sorts of things. So now within 2014-2015, we're going to start adding subpages. You need to add a subpage for each of your core subjects. So I'm going to start with math, and your math class, you may be in Algebra 1. And I'm going to go down to where it says select a location, and I'm going to choose put under 2014-2015. If that option is not available for you and it says something else, you can still click on choose a different location and click on 2014-2015 and hit create. You can continue to add pages for all of the classes that you're taking this year. Again, I'm going to go down and put page under 2014-2015. One of the key objectives of the ePortfolios is allowing students the opportunity to showcase and present their work. To upload work to your ePortfolio, just choose the category or the subject. So Algebra 1, if I have something, a presentation, a product, and I want to add it to my site, I just go to that page, I hit add files, and I can browse and upload my file. And now I can see that it was added to my site. I do have the option to download it to view it by clicking on the arrow, or I can click on the X to delete it and get rid of it if I put it in the wrong place, or if I decide later on that it's not something that I want. You also have the ability to embed images and files within the page. If you want to embed like a YouTube video you've created or some other type of digital product, you can just click on HTML. You can copy and paste that code there. You can also choose to insert work directly from your Google Drive. You can insert images, links, etc. So your opportunities to upload and showcase your work are endless with your ePortfolio. One of the huge benefits to Google Sites is that it's completely customizable, so you can personalize your ePortfolio to reflect who you are. We're going to start that process by kind of changing the theme or the way our ePortfolio looks. We're going to go up to the gear, and we're going to go down to Manage Site. Within Manage Site, in the left-hand column, if you'll go all the way to the bottom and click on Themes, Colors, and Fonts. This is where you can start to personalize your ePortfolio. From the drop-down box, you can see that there are going to be some base themes that Google provides you with. I would recommend going through, taking a look at them. It's going to preview those right here and find something that you may like. It might not be exactly what you want, but it'll be a good starting place. Once you find something that you think you can work with, you can go in and start modifying each individual piece of the ePortfolio. For example, you can add a background image, you can change the text font, color, the size. Every piece of this ePortfolio is customizable. Keep in mind, each time you make a change that you're happy with, you're going to want to hit the save button. Otherwise, you'll make so many changes and it'll be hard to get back to where you started if you're not happy with the change. So I'm going to go ahead and save mine. And at that point, I can return back to my site by clicking on my first and last name. And see those changes that have taken place. You also have the ability, under the menu, to go to Edit Site Layout and you can change the way your site is positioned. So for example, if you want to add horizontal navigation, you can go in and add specific pages that you want to highlight. So for example, if I want to add a tab at the top for 2014-2015, I can hit OK, and I can choose whether I want that to be a box, a tab, or a link. So now in addition to my sidebar, I also have a tab at the top. The sidebar is also customizable. If you want to reorder your pages or you only want certain things to show up, you can click there. You also have the ability to add a custom footer. Make sure if you add a custom footer, it is professional because it will be shown on every single page within your ePortfolio. Lastly, you can adjust your header. So if you'd like to create your own custom header image, you can do that right in here. Your ePortfolio will be a constant work in progress. You always have the ability to go in and change it and modify it as your preferences and tastes change. And you also have the ability to access this from anywhere on any device, so you can always be uploading and making changes.